NASA shows us a lot, but not everything. Sometimes a photo leaks, a glitch, an accidental upload, or a file someone forgot to hide, and for a brief moment, the world sees something it wasn't supposed to see, before it's taken down, before it disappears. Today, we're looking at 7 photos NASA begged the internet to delete. Stay with me until the end, because number 1 might be the most disturbing space image ever captured. Welcome to 7th. The structure on Mars they removed after 14 minutes in 2015. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter uploaded an image that showed what looked like a rectangular, metallic structure rising from the Martian soil. Sharp edges, dark shadows, perfect symmetry. It stayed online for exactly 14 minutes before disappearing from NASA's servers. NASA said it was corrupted data, but multiple users had already downloaded it. Engineers later confirmed the pixel pattern wasn't from corruption, so what was it? Ruins of an ancient civilization. A crashed probe, or something still active on the planet. The moon tower that casts a perfect shadow. An image from the Apollo 16 archive showed a tower-like object on the lunar surface. Tall, cylindrical, and casting a long shadow inconsistent with surrounding terrain. Within hours, the file was replaced with a lower resolution version where the object was blurred out. NASA claimed it was a processing artifact, but shadow analysts compared angles and found it behaved exactly like a solid object standing upright. Someone edited the second version. The first one should never have slipped out. The dark object orbiting Earth before satellites existed, one of the most famous suppressed photos. The Black Knight satellite, a dark, angular craft orbiting Earth, photographed decades before the first human-made satellite. NASA labeled it space debris. But debris doesn't move in controlled polar orbit. Debris doesn't transmit radio signals. Debris doesn't appear in photos from before debris existed. Whatever was up there wasn't ours. The sun's energy siphon sphere. In 2012, the Solar Dynamics Observatory captured an image of a massive black sphere connected to the sun by a glowing plasma thread, like something was feeding off the star. NASA deleted the original image hours later and replaced it with a cropped version. They called it a shadow anomaly, but astrophysicists who downloaded the raw file said the data was clean. No glitch. So, what was that sphere? A cosmic organism, an artificial megastructure, or something we don't have words for. The astronaut reflection that no one could explain during the Apollo 17 mission. A photo shows an astronaut's visor reflecting a humanoid figure standing without a suit, impossible in the lunar environment. NASA quietly removed the high-resolution version, replacing it with one where the reflection is far less clear. They claim it as distorted equipment, but zoomed analyses of the original shows a human-like shape, legs apart, arms visible, and no spacesuit. Who or what was standing behind the astronaut? The shapes beneath Europa's ice. A leaked image from a Europa orbiter showed 3 dome-like structures under the moon's icy shell, perfectly spaced, perfectly shaped, perfectly artificial looking. NASA removed the image and said it was compression noise. But high-res backups proved the objects had mass, depth, and structure. If those domes are real, then Europa is not as silent as we thought. The photo NASA classified until 2073. The final image is the most mysterious of all. A photo allegedly taken by an early lunar orbiter shows a massive triangular shadow stretching miles across the Moon's surface with no visible object above it. A shadow with no source, a shape with no explanation. NASA did not deny the image exists, they simply placed it under a classification order, not for release until 2073. A shadow delayed for 50 years. Why? If these photos were just glitches, errors, or illusions, why were they replaced? Why removed? Why classified? Maybe NASA isn't hiding aliens. Maybe they're hiding how little we truly understand about the universe. Which photo disturbed you the most? Tell me in the comments. I read every one. And if you love mysteries they try to erase, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because here at SeventhMyst, the truth doesn't stay deleted for long.